was born in China, and with the way we raised back then in 70s, I always believed that when I grow up, I will just find a one man and then get married and forever. But with multiple relationship, I have been failed. It was really sad because I finally feel something was not quite right about it. Like why I cannot get what I really thought. And I have been really sad. I have that deep sadness inside of me every time when I really have to move to another relationship. And but by that time, I still not be able to recognize that I have some problem that I need to work on until my last relationship that I had. I was with this man for 5 years, on and off. And eventually I know that at that point I have to pull the trigger. We both have to really be separate. Because it became like a toxic cycle, and my only little conscious telling me that I'm not really happy spiritually, or I didn't feel that kind of content anymore. So I had to really go. I have to really figure out what's going on about my life. So I moved to here. This is my backyard in Texas, and it's very nice rain in 2022 summer. We have a very dry summer, hot summer here. So I moved here. I started to building my life. I start to really go within myself, to thinking back what has happened in my life. Thank for the social media these days that have a lot of information online, basically to teach you about emotional state, healthiness. So I was be able to finally realize that, so I myself actually had some emotional issues that I didn't even know I had. And these days people are educated about narcissism, about codependent, empath, all of those information, which back then in China, 70s, 80s, even 90s, we didn't have that information. So finally those information helped me to recognize myself in a big way. My last relationship is a very special one because this is the only relationship that caused me unbelievable pain to be able to wake up from the trauma I had when I was a child. It's a special journey that I had with this man. I checked online. They said it's called a twin flame, which for me, I am a scientific-minded person, so I didn't really connect myself with the universe or spiritual or people called God, because in California, many people don't believe that word anymore. So I think I finally see myself. I was really so disaligned with myself. I was listen and living on the term, on the lifestyle, the surface of whatever is really valuable on other people's opinion and influence. So I was so misaligned within myself, which now I see that I was misaligned with the universe. After this broke up, I actually started to, first time in my life, at 40 some years old, I start seeing those weird, strange, synchronicity numbers. They throw to me like a crazy, and it's not like I was, intentionally looking for them, they shows to my eyes on each very unique occasion. So I knew there's something was quite weird, but I didn't know at beginning what was it. But eventually I went on internet, I checked it. That confirms that I was not really crazy. It's actually happened for so many people who are in the journey of spiritually awakening. I am so grateful for this happened, and from there I start to truly believe in connecting with the universe. Truly believed that there's a so special connection between me and then the universe. And I start feel much more peaceful. I started be able to feel content just by myself. Even though there are time to time, I still feel challenged. For example, with the housework, or sometimes, being by myself, it does bring sense of loneliness. But overall, I am so much better than any time in my life for 40 some years. I finally can just be by myself. I actually enjoy this kind of feeling. At the same time, I know that I need to build myself up in terms of financially, spiritually, physically, and mentally. That's where I am doing right now. I have been break up from this relationship so far about 1 year and 8 months right now. And I think this is the time that I really no longer feel so much pain in my heart and my chest like before, which that give me the confidence. I do see the huge improvement, the progress in me for healing, for moving myself on, for my own life. I just wish that I'm going to continuing learning about myself, learning how to find my true happiness, and not just only with material world, that's part of it, but also with my mind. That's the journey I need to go through, and I hope my experience will help me to help others, to raise that conscious. Because I was unhealthy, I woke up from my issues, my dysfunctions, in emotional state. Now I can see miles away about other people if they are unhealthy, and I see very clear, and I actually notice how many people in this society are unhealthy. That kind of scares me, and I think that become my goal, just to help contribute even just tiny little bit, to rise up the conscious collectively, to help people get back in track with themselves. That's the only way our humanity can really move into a real right direction. So that's my little sense, my little thoughts for this episode. So I am right now here is to put up it's like it's like a door for my garage area. It's like a little fence because Texas has so much flies and the bugs. That is really something I don't like. So I bought 2 of this kind of curtain just to help to prevent those little flies come in. So in Texas you have to be really careful because here has so many weird bugs that California we didn't have it. So I have to I learned how to spray all over my house, just to put some liquid for prevention. I might eventually have to hire somebody to put those anti-bug stuff, into my house. I think I like to be clean. That's my personality, and I don't like to see the bugs, flying, running all over everywhere in my room. Thank you guys so much, and I hope we all join the journey to heal ourselves. It takes extraordinary strength to step out of my own comfort zone to on this journey. So but I think that if it can happen to me, it could happen to other people too. If I can make it, so many other people will make it. It will be a nice world if we all consciously know that what is the true happiness, what is the true love. I finally learned what is true love, and that is just unbelievable gift from the universe, for this lifetime, because I realized that my parents, they didn't really get this gift from the universe. Their lifetime just running out of the time, so they both passed away with the concept of that's the life they're supposed to be, in that kind of dysfunctional emotional state. They lived that whole life through that, and then now it's my generation that I woke up at this age. I truly grateful for that.